Today we're gonna talk about Flash Fill. It's a really powerful tool in Excel from Excel 2013. It can combine text. So for example, first and last name. So Bruce Wayne, and we just start writing Dick Grayson, and Flash Fill works in the background and found some patterns, and those patterns are present for us now, and when we agree with those patterns, we just press enter and we combine first and last name. But that's not all Flash Fill can do. Let's say I want to write Bruce and just W dot, and once again I'm writing Dick G and dot. So we can just take first letter from our names, and I can write it also like Wayne and Bruce. So Wayne last name with uppercase letters, and Flash Fill also recognize this pattern. We can have some more fun with this. We have first name, middle name, and last name. Middle name not always appears. So what will Flash Fill do when I write Bruce, Thomas, Wayne, and then write Dick Grayson? We here have Flash Fill icon, and when this icon appears, it means Flash Fill still working, so we can make some changes in results. So here we have two spaces, we need only one space, so one, delete and enter, and now we properly combine three text just with Flash Fill. Next example, we want to add something, but we don't want to add it every time. For Excel, proper file names most of the cases are in square brackets. So in this first example, it's square brackets, but in the second example, so I will just copy it and add square bracket, not curly bracket. And because I'm writing this, I'm copying this, Flash Fill didn't recognize any patterns, but I can select those two cells and select more cells and press Ctrl E, and based on those two cells, Excel Flash Fill create pattern for me. And it's not the case, we have to always start from the first position, first row. We can start later. So, and when I start with book and I add here square brackets and I press Ctrl E, Flash Fill starts to recognize the pattern. So I add square bracket, but I don't need square bracket in each case. I don't want add. In some cases I want to delete them, remove them. So one correction and everything looks fine. Okay, the last example, we have combined data. We want to extract numbers with leading zero, and because when we write in Excel numbers with leading zero, Excel will remove leading zero. So in that case we have to use single quotation mark, and then we can write our number. And when I start from quotation mark, the second row, Excel Flash Fill recognize this pattern and extract numbers. Date we left at the last because Flash Fill don't really work in many cases with dates. But currency, I have here currency in Polish zloty, but I want just extract number, and then I would like to format it, so I can just write number and then 3, and voila, Flash Fill recognize numbers. And now on the home tab I can change currency. So for example, English dollars euro or something like that. It doesn't really matter. It's matter that I extract numbers. And the last part, dates. In many cases, flash fill won't recognize dates, and I would like to use from the data tab text to column command, but sometimes we can manage. So this number, it's a date, it's a year, month, day. So in USA it should be month, then day, and then year, and just like that I create a date. But when I try to use Ctrl E to force flash fill write some dates, but those dates doesn't correspond with those number I need. So I can try to correct them. So it should be the first month, 8th day, and something going wrong, and let's try this. Here it should be 10th, and now I lose flash fill altogether because flash fill doesn't recognize the pattern. So something went terrible wrong in here. I couldn't extract dates this way, but when I go from the last row, so it should be 3rd / 23rd / 23rd, and I can Ctrl E, so I have this number all together. But when I just try to make correction, and looks better than before, and when I add one more correction, so this date is correct, this too, yes, and from the last row, from this example, flash fill work correctly, but it not will always be the case. So with case of dates, I suggest that you from data tab use text to column as command. But in many other cases, flash fill is the tool to go.